You want to know what real life nursing is all about? This is the Daily Round Show by NRSNG.com.
Hey there. So I wanted to give a special shout out to Peter, who wrote in and asked quite a few questions. I'm going to cover a few of them now in regards to finding your first job as a new grad. I actually spent a lot of time applying for jobs because I graduated in December of 2013 and I was not hired on as a nurse until January of 2015. So it was a really long stretch and long period that I went without a job as a nurse. So I had a lot of experience searching for a job. The first thing that I did, besides your general Google search, and you want to look for what kinds of awards has this hospital won, what kind of charitable organizations are they a part of, you want to look into their benefits packets. So contact their HR office, ask them what are the potential benefits that you guys offer. And you can also contact nurse recruiters, and the nurse recruiters can answer all of your questions in regards to turnover rates, the kinds of opportunities that they have, within the departments. And the second question that Peter asked was how to know in advance what kind of specialty you have, because Peter is someone who was at the same job previous to becoming a nurse for 18 years, which is awesome. I'm a big fan of staying in one place and not job hopping. So how do you find out what specialty you want to be in beforehand so that you're not like going into it and deciding you hate it? Well, there's always the risk that you start off working for a particular floor and you find out that either the floor dynamic doesn't work for you or that specialty doesn't work for you. But one of the best things that you guys can do is go out and contact nurse recruiters again. Ask them if you can get in contact with the managers of the specific floors you are thinking about possibly doing your specialty in, and asking to shadow. And it's not just like a day shadow. You can set up a couple days where you come in and you see multiple days of work. You can shadow with the same nurse. You can shadow with different nurses every day, but they can definitely set that up. I've had that on my floor. Recently had a girl come in and she did not like the emergency department. She thought she was going to love it. She shadowed to find out what was going on, and after a few days she was like, I don't think this is really for me. It's really stressful. It's not something that I think I'm ready for, that I really want to do. And I'm really glad she found that out before she put in time and effort to come down to the emergency department and start a new job and then have to look somewhere else or just stay there hating her job that she already had. And then the other question that Peter had was, are there any cons for a new grad looking for multiple part-time jobs as opposed to one full-time job? Well, that depends. It depends on, I think, on the benefits packet. But besides that, most nurses that I know don't necessarily work for one hospital. They work for multiple hospitals, 2 hospitals, and sometimes 3 hospitals part-time. So I think it changes up your schedule, and a lot of nurses like that. I personally only work in one department and I have one full-time position in the emergency department. I don't want to change it up necessarily, but I don't think as a new grad that is a negative thing per se, because it can give you a lot of experience in a lot of different areas, and it can help you really feel out what works for you. And then the last question in regards to job hunting was, for nursing school, there are annual drug testing, like TB testing and things like that. Do I recommend to keep it up while I am job hunting or while he is job hunting? Yes, I do. So I recommend that you guys start with a folder and you keep all of your immunizations, all of your shots, all of your drug testing, and all that information in one place. And so whenever a potential employer asks for it, and they ask for it, you will already have it prepared. Most places, they expect you to have it done, and they will ask, when was your last TB shot? When was your last flu shot? A lot of them are huge on flu shots. I know my facility is. If you don't have the flu shot, you have to wear a mask, and they give you a sticker for your badge so that everybody knows that you either received it or did not receive it. So it's a important thing that you keep up on and that you keep your files on. So I would definitely recommend creating your own personal folder, having all that information in there, and yes, keep up on them even if you don't have a job at this time. So thanks for writing in, Peter. I hope I answered all your questions.